Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Gene Plugo coming to live, and this video, what I want to talk about is frequently asked questions. I know I have made this post a while back just to see what are the common questions that people have, and I just wanted to go over them and make sure I could answer them. So one of the questions I know for sure that have been asked multiple times is how to hide prices when you ship items. How to avoid problems. Well, to be honest with you, most people don't care if prices are shown. I mean, could believe me or not, but most people don't care. Only very few percent that would ever ask why is it from Amazon, or why is it from Walmart, or why did I pay higher than what it says on the receipt from Walmart, for example. There's always ways to go around it. One way, when a person asks me why is it from Walmart, what I say is, hey, I'm a reseller and I use a variety of different suppliers to order and ship my products, and in case if there's an issue and my supplier cannot deliver to your address, or for any reason I cannot deliver, I look elsewhere. So I was able to find this online at Walmart, and my job is to make sure the item gets delivered on time. So I went ahead and ordered it from Walmart and delivered it. If there's anything that you don't like, we could definitely return the item for full refund. Always do customer service. Customer service is important. You want to make sure the customer feels happy and feels good about it. And most people, when you say that, they feel like, oh yeah, okay, no problem, this is your business, you gotta get paid, so I don't see a problem. I mean, of course you're gonna get some people that are just pain in the butt, and you just don't want to, it's not worth it. Sometimes it's just not worth it. It's, just take care of it and move on. So that was my that was, I know, number one question I always see. And most people won't care. I mean, if there's a gift option, click it, mark it as a gift so the prices are hidden. But most people, I don't care. Like, I ship a lot from Home Depot, for example. There's no gift option. People see the price. So what tools we need for drop shipping, for uploading and monitor price? There's several tools for uploading, for listing. There's Blacklister. I'm actually going to be testing it out. And there's a Hydrolister. I've been using Hydrolister for a while. Yes, it's a bit pricier than Blacklister. It works well for me, but I'm gonna give it a shot for and test drive Blacklister. And for there, I know DSM tool is also, I heard, has been a good tool. And as far as monitoring prices and stock changes, I use QGrid. There's also DSM tool. I know Blacklister is coming out with their own Fox repricer or something like that. And then I know there's a Easy NC. There's a Priceyak. There's like several different tools you could use for monitoring prices. And SEO and VA fees. Not sure what the question was about SEO. I mean, there's many factors that come in place, and a lot of it has to do with keywords. Just use the good keywords, good quality keywords that people think like a customer. Think what would a customer type in to find my item. For example, sometimes you could even try this. If you're selling like a dining table, put in dining table and see, these are some of the results. Click search. These are the top searches. Check out their keywords. See, if there's any keywords you could use for your dining table. These are ideas. And make sure you fill out all your item specifics and and basically everything possibly what you possibly can. The more detailed you are about your product, the better it's gonna rank. And of course, there's like metrics, your sellers metrics, and a lot of things come into place, not just keywords. But I just kind of roughly told you what eBay looks at when it comes to SEO. And VA fees, it's negotiable. I have VAs, some start like $1 an hour, some start at $2 an hour, but $2 an hour is roughly like the average. And it just depends. Some stuff, like some tasks like customer service, it could be hourly. Some stuff like product research, I pay my VAs per product that they find. So basically per lead. Let's say 20 cents per listing that they find per product research. So it's in their best interest to find more products, and we both win. So buyers leave negative feedback without reasons. There's always a reason. There's never buyer will not leave a negative feedback without a reason. There must have been some kind of reason a buyer felt bad about the transaction and they got mad. I mean, people don't just get mad for nothing. So there's always a reason. And honestly, I used to care a lot about feedback. I mean, yeah, you should care about feedback, but nowadays feedback does not reflect your metrics, so it's more like for looks. You still want to keep it good though, but this is why I recommend doing volume sales of small cheap items that just constantly sell over and over without that don't cause any problems, because all those sales, they help your metrics stay strong. And this way you could keep your feedback strong. Of course, you're gonna get a few negatives here and there. I mean, you can't just go without it. But if you have a lot of positives, then one or two negatives is not gonna hurt you. I've been keeping my feedback high 98%, 98, 99%, about there. How do you get PayPal account with no limits? It takes time. As a new seller, PayPal limits you because they want to protect the seller. They want to protect themselves. They want to make sure that you know how to do business and you do good business. So you're not like just a scammer that just came here to steal people's money. So it's just part of the business. You just build it up slowly, and build your relationship with them. And once you get there, over time, they will trust you. They will raise your limits. There won't be no holds, and you should be good to go. How do you sell items without any problems? You just do your best. Customer service is always top priority. Always communicate with your customer. If there's a problem, even if there's a problem, if you communicate with your customer, a lot of times they won't get mad and they'll work with you. So what are the most effective and dropshipper friendly vendors per target country? I actually shared inside of check out the files of this group. They have some good info. And dropshipping suppliers, I share some good and bad, and also share to go to SKUGrid and check out their suppliers. This is for United States and United Kingdom. SKUGrid is they support most suppliers when it comes to price monitoring and stock. That's why I use SKUGrid. And yeah, just check out their stores, and they give you ideas which stores you could use. And what are the most effective? Okay, we talked about this. How to get a second eBay account, maybe stealth, but be able to verify it if asked by eBay. A second account is much as a form of insurance, I reckon. Okay, yes. if you have both accounts using like same IP, same address, whether it's yours or your brother's or your wife's, if one gets shut down for whatever reason, you broke the rules, whatever case, then the second account will go down. I had a friend who had his account get shut down because his brother got his account shut down, and automatically, because they use the same address, they say, nope, sorry, you can't sell no more, because they think maybe it's you trying to open up, or I mean, they think it's your brother that got his account shut down, try to open up a new account under his brother's name or something. So if you do have a stealth account, there are ways. I have a guy that sells stealth accounts. I personally do not know the process, how it works. Somewhat I do, but he would be able to guide you through the process. And yes, you can create a second account, but you will be using it like in a separate browser, like different name. Eventually you're gonna need like a business name or something. So once you reach a certain amount of sales, like, so you don't put your social security, you put your business name, and there are ways to do that. And if that's what you're interested in, you could do that. Yeah, I got two accounts, one general, one niche. Okay, so but if you just, eBay allows you to have 10 eBay accounts per PayPal, per one PayPal. Like I said, that's just more of a organization. If one gets shut down, the others will go with it, unless if it's a stealth account, like I talked about, and you keep it completely separate IP, separate browser, like, so it's not cookied down to yours, so they do not link. Because if someone else in your household opens up an eBay account, they automatically will link together, and eBay will know that if one goes down, they will shut down the second. For legal purposes. Okay, I've got both my name. Okay, got that. How to use two PayPal accounts in one computer. Each. Why do you have two PayPal accounts? Are they under two different names? I use two PayPal accounts on one computer, one for my wife, one for myself, and I just log out from one and log in to another, and vice versa, and it's been working well for me like that. How come I can't make a sale? I mean, I posted like 3 things a week ago. Excuse me, I'm sure this guy was just joking around. But what PayPal jail is. PayPal jail is basically any new seller. They once it starts selling, PayPal wants to establish a relationship and build history with the seller, so they put you in jail, which means they put your money on hold. When you sell an item, your money is being held by PayPal, so PayPal is looking for you to go ahead and ship the item, upload the tracking number, and when the item gets delivered, sometime about then, PayPal will release the money. What they're doing is basically they're establishing a relationship with a new seller. They want to make sure that you do good business, and that way they protect the customer, the seller, and themselves. So you can't skip it. You just gotta go through it. Any new seller gotta go through it. How much do I get started with dropshipping? How do I get started with dropshipping? How do I get started dropshipping? I have a mentoring course that I offer to people to work closely with me. I have a private mastermind group and a private coaching group, more likely, and that's where I have all my training, and that's where I communicate with everybody and help one another. This way I could afford working more closely with people that invest and purchase my course coaching. And I'm banned from eBay now. What I do? Crying like so there is a way to open up a stealth account if you do get banned, And if you need more info, you could contact me. I could point you to the right direction. Winning products. So winning products, like I said, always do your research. Best way is research your competitors and find what they sell and what they sold. And what they sold means there's a demand for that product. So the more they have sold that product, the more the demand. So that's one of the ways. Another way, look at trending, trends. Look at seasonal stuff like holidays. Pay attention at your local big retail stores. What are they like put out on the front shelves? Like because they know how marketing works. They know what's out there, what people want. So pay attention on what they're selling. So I'm shipping cheap stuff from AliExpress and listed my local location as USA. I live in Croatia. How do I get banned? How'd I get banned? You got banned. So basically, I personally do not use AliExpress, never have, but so basically, if you sell your stuff from AliExpress, I would assume you would want to put a location China, and you meet your shipping speed based on what AliExpress offers, because your customer has to know what to expect. If it takes like a whole month to ship something, they gotta make sure that they know that it's gonna take a month, so you don't ship late shipments. So that's the thing about that. And how to find a good product to how to do SEO on eBay. I talked a little bit about SEO. If you really want to know more meat and potatoes, you would have to buy my course. That's where I show more about it, and how to find good products. Like I said, find what's already selling. Pay attention at trends, holidays, seasons, like Christmas coming up. People will be buying Christmas stuff. Like right now, fourth quarter, people already start buying Christmas stuff. Like Halloween is coming up, like Black Friday, people are going to be shopping a lot. So start listing items like that. And okay, where's the fact? Selling limits I've listed just in product sales that reached seller limits to sell items and list in eBay. Basically, the best way to increase your selling limits. Here's the thing, what I suggest my students, and what I want to suggest you guys. In the beginning, when you're first starting on eBay, don't automatically try to focus on making profit, making a lot of money. Focus more on building up your business, building up your eBay store versus just profits. So what you want to do, you want to list items that sell quick, and possibly not necessarily to make a profit, but just to make sales. So you could price them lower just to make quick sales. I mean, don't go negative, of course, but at least break even, like minimum. And just list them just to make sales, because when you call in eBay and you ask for an increase, they look at your store and see if you had sales, how well they went. Upload your tracking like right away. Make sure you meet your handling times and shipping time deadlines. So they will pay attention, especially as a new seller. They want to know that you do good business. So your main goal should be making sales, and uploading tracking on time, and make sure you handle the customer service. Basically, the more sales you get, the better they will see your eBay as a potential success, and they will give you limits without a problem. Gene, go ahead. Okay. See, most I have 1 to 10. Why am I not selling anything? Sorry if I'm reading. This one is one I see the most. I have 1 to 10. Why am I not selling anything? Sorry if I'm reading. I'm not really sure what this means, but you have 1 to 10. Why am I not selling anything? The only reason you will not sell anything is if you are listing products that are not in demand, and the products, or maybe your price is very high. So look at your competition, see how much they sell it for, and try to go somewhere in between, in the middle. You don't always have to be the cheapest, but don't try to be the most expensive, because you could only sell it for so much, so much as your competition allows you to. Sometimes you could sell it to be the highest, it happens. But like I say, if you're just starting out, try to be one of the cheapest. But yeah, but do list items that are in demand. Make sure you do your product research well. I already have an Amazon seller's account, buyer account on the same email. Should I create a new account? Do I need a VPN, or is it okay to have multiple Amazon buyers account? Amazon buyer account and Amazon seller's account is two completely different things, but I would actually use a different email for my buyer account just in case. But there shouldn't be a problem. Like I used up my same email, used the same email for my seller's account on my buyer, and I used up Prime membership until it got canceled, because they caught up to me. It's been a while back, but yeah, eventually Amazon may cancel your Prime membership, which is fine. I have a video that I talk about it, using Prime membership for dropshipping. It's fine. You just open up a new account, that's all. So if I open a second Amazon account without Prime, the shipping time will be longer. Is the chance of getting sales here a little? Yeah, the chances of sales are getting lower because your competition is using 2 days shipping, and now you're offering 4 days, so eventually people would rather buy from them, not you. So just because your competition is using Prime, you're pretty much forced to use Prime to compete. I'm just starting out. Can anybody help me? What are the best products from AliExpress? Yeah, I haven't sold like from AliExpress, but I did cover which products is best to sell, is those that are in demand. Do your research. Best dropship management program. Am already dropshipping existing business? Am I ready to add dropshipping to my existing business? Which existing business are you talking about? Are you already selling on eBay? I mean, dropshipping, it's never too late or never early to start. You could start whenever and just start taking action. Can I do dropshipping without capital? You can, but not really. Again, like I said, if you're a new seller, PayPal will hold your funds. So in the beginning, you will need to use a credit card or your bank card to get the purchases in the beginning. So this is why I tell people to start small, start selling cheap items, not necessarily to make profits, but just to make those sales, to start building up your store. And once you build up your store, you out of PayPal jail, then you get your money released right away. You could even do PayPal debit card to use those same funds to process your orders. Or I actually use a credit card that earns me reward points that I could use towards my purchases, get like free pay for hotels, pay for my flights, whatever I want to use it for. It's like extra money I earn just because I'm using that credit card. How do you do research and determine whether the product is highly profitable? How do you do research? You just gotta go through a bunch of products and do research, and eventually you will find all kinds of profits. So just keep going. Eventually you will find those profitable products. The things that determine the less competitive suppliers, there's a higher potential you could find bigger profit. For example, like Amazon, many people use Amazon, so chances are slimmer than other suppliers that people don't really know about. but I'm still able to sell some stuff from Amazon that give me a good return on my investment. So my margins are pretty good with some products. So I would say also the higher the cost of the product, the more potential there is to profit. Like if you sell something for 1,000, 2,000, there's a bigger potential for bigger profit versus something you sell for $20. So I hope I answer most of the questions. If there's anything that I didn't cover, we could add to this, and you could find it by just typing FAQ. I will create a inside see, there you go, there's that FAQ, or I will create in files. I will go ahead and create another document that shows FAQ, frequently asked questions, and you could add questions there and we'll go over them. So I hope I answered most of your questions, and you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys inside the group.